YouTube. What it do? It's your boy Alpha West, man. So I had this discussion about a question that this guy kept asking me, or he asked me on Instagram, and he was just like telling me about how abusive his girlfriend is, and I realized, you can never really ignore a brother that's in pain or a brother that's suffering. So I was like, okay, cool, man. Tell me what's the deal? What's going on? And I realized that from his stories that there's a lot of information that is always being disseminated when guys are being abusive towards their women emotionally, physically, psychologically, blah 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 blah. But nobody really touches on the subject when women are doing that to men. As beta men, obviously, and they're still men at the end of the day. And so I thought, like, okay, let me hear what you have to say. And, he is like, no, he broke up with a girl, and, but they still kept in contact because they have a child together. And he was like, I was just done with her and I started seeing somebody else. And during that specific time, she also started seeing somebody else, or she was having sexual intercourse with somebody else. You know how women are. As soon as they break up with you, they want to fuck all the other orbiters or anybody that she's actually been having that attraction to during the time that you break up. Because when women break up, they always have that emotional connection to the guy, unless she's really really done. But I guess in this case she was not. So over the weekend they had like a quarrel. She took his phone and she started physically like hitting him. Then she took his phone and then she hit it against the wall, blah blah blah. And now this guy has to get a new phone. And these are the type of relationships that are quite common. The only difference is the power that men have compared to the power that women have. But if women could do the stuff that men can do to them, man, it would be probably twice as much worse than it is. So I was like, yo, why do we even have this interaction with women? What is the fundamental cause of it? It's like he says that he doesn't know how women are. So he asked me to talk on the subject, and I told him, like, yeah, I could give some five qualities that I think feminine women have. And to the core of it, it actually gives you like a direction, a perspective about how women are and what their nature is. And once you understand these points, and you realize that in scenarios how you must act and what is actually going on, because most of the time, 95% of the time, men are really clueless. This is why you see they tend to be more aggressive, or they just use other mechanisms to just like deal with issues that are going on with them, because they don't understand what is actually happening when people put them in situations like that. So I thought, like, let me speak about five qualities that I predominantly know about women that will be able to help you to deal with women better. So so what is the first trait of a female? Understanding women nature. The first and fundamental thing, and I've said it in my previous videos, is that all women are hypergamous. And this starts as soon as they start to like boys. It starts from a younger age. As soon as they start to like boys, women start being hypergamous. Even at school, right? When you start to observe women with girls, is that they tend to gravitate all towards the same guy or the same guys. I've spoken about the goldfish theory. The goldfish theory, let me explain the goldfish theory real quick in a nutshell, right? The goldfish theory is on the base of how female goldfish choose mates, right? So when a goldfish is looking for a mate, the first thing she looks at is which of the male goldfish are having the brightest orange colors, right? Or the most outstanding out color. And once she sees that, and then she'll go for that orange fish. That's who she will choose as a mate. And if two male goldfish are standing right next to each other or in the same vicinity, and they are all, in her eyes, having the same amount of orange scales, the female fish, would go for the goldfish that's already having like other female goldfish after him, right? That's hypergamy. That is hypergamy. With women, with human women, it is on the basis of this. When they start to choose guys, right? Because they don't really know anything about what type of guy you are, what it is that you do or whatsoever, and then she just meets you, right? The first implication, or the first criteria which we'll go for, is usually the guy that is the most of the thing that she likes the most, right? She'll go for the highest. If you are dating, for example, a guy that is hypergamous with looks, because hypergamy, it's not just limited to the financial aspect. It is also goes as far as sexual market value, looks, body. If it's a woman that likes guys that are buff, or she'll always go for the guy that's the most well built, or the guy with the most six pack, or the tallest guy, because that's what women like. They are all hypergamous by nature. Somebody also asked me this: when you're on semen retention, how do you deal with women? Well, I guess the women that are attracted to me now are women that are hypergamy towards what I am into. You get what I'm saying? It's not necessarily that I am the tallest dude, or I'm the best looking motherfucker, or whatsoever the case might be. If she views me as an alpha, and she views somebody else as an alpha, depending on how alpha I am when I'm standing next to this guy, even if we look kind of the same, if we have the same amount of money, if we have the same amount of resources, she will go for the guy that she feels is more alpha. And one most definite ways that she's gonna notice that is by the verification of other women, how other women interact with me, or how other women are attracted to me. So women are always gonna be hypergamous, and you just have to understand that. That's why you shouldn't really be, making that judgment or valuing yourself based on how many women you're attracting. You get what I'm saying? Rather than the quality of the women that you're attracting. Number two thing that feminine women have, and I'm not saying this stuff. I know somebody asked me recently if I despise women. I'm not doing this as against women. It's just pro men. Like, my conversations are pro men, because I realize that that's something that is fundamental to me, to help other men get into that, from that lower level, or that lower chakra, living into their higher self. And I realize that adopting an alpha-based mindset is one of those things that are ultimately gonna get you. They're gonna help you get there. It's a tool that you can use to actually get there. Number two is manipulation, guys. Women are going to use you to get free attention and resources from you. They're going to use manipulation to get your free attention. And this is where orbiters come from, and OnlyFans. You find guys that are following an account of a girl, and this girl is only based on most of the guys that are following her, most of the guys that DM her, or most of the guys that are interacting with her. Even if she knows that there's no way that she's ever gonna give a guy some pussy, even if she knows that she has no real interest in this guy, she can still manipulate this guy to give him validation. And that's where the free attention is about. Like, guys will be on a girl's Instagram or Facebook or on WhatsApp, be like, oh, damn, baby, you're so fit, you're looking gorgeous. Out of all the things I despise, I think that is the fundamental thing. When men validate women, I don't do that shit, man. It's fucking disgusting as shit. Even when I'm dealing with women, as soon as I know what type of woman she is, and I don't mean like the nature of her, but I mean her personality, I deal with her in two specific ways: rewards and punishment. Because I've learned how to control my sexual urges. You get what I'm saying? There's nowhere a woman will be able to come play in my head, or with my thoughts or with my feelings, because her personality is based on her using sex as a weapon. Spoken about this in my previous videos also. So for guys who have female friends that that you interact with, and I remember I had a female friend, and this is my beta days, man, and she would always put in that, but for me it wasn't really manipulation, because she was genuinely into me at a point, until I had to cut that part off and just like keep it as friends. That's what I do now with women. Like, if I'm not really into you, but I feel you're still a woman that I want to keep around because of your personality, then yeah, I'll keep you in the friend zone. Why not? We could still be friends, we could still hang out. No, not hang out per se, but you could still add some value to my life, you know? And that is the thing, you have to watch out for women that are very manipulative. And you as men know this shit. You know this. All of you guys, that whenever you break up with a woman or whatever, when you have to meet up, we have to meet up with a woman, you have to spend money, or she's dictating that she doesn't want to go to that restaurant or she doesn't want to go to that place, but you're still playing, you're still paying, you have to go pick her up, you have to do that just for her to be in your company. She's manipulating you. Why do you think that is? She's going to use you for free meals, she's going to use you for resources. The list goes on, man. I've dated women like this. I've dated women who use other guys for resources, and they want to come spend time with me with that same money that you give her. She's going to come spend that time with me and buy me shit, cook for me a meal, take me out. And I'm just like, it's funny being the other dude, man. It's you really get to like see behind Isis' veil and be like, oh, damn. And then you think this woman's really on a hustle, just like, oh, she loves you. She does. But it's just the D. The D. If you know how to lay pipe, man, women will go above and beyond for your shit. You get what I'm saying? So number three, number three is women are very passive. Women are not aggressive in an active way. They're very passive about their aggression. Even this is why you get when a woman likes you, and you meet a woman for the first time and she likes you, and you haven't spoken to her or you haven't made a move, she's going to send you some choosing signals. And I said I'll speak about choosing signals, but just give me a while. Perhaps the next video, that will be a video on its own, about choosing signals versus cold approach. So when a woman likes you, she's always going to flirt, Men don't flirt. You have to man the fuck up and go talk to a woman once you learn what choosing signals are. If you see a woman likes you, or you just have to man up, ask her out, and initiate shit. Because women, especially feminine women will never initiate nothing. Either they come in your vicinity, they'll come around you, or they'll make some snotty comment and stuff like that. And you see, why I told this fella that you've turned out your woman so much that she has entered into a masculine frame, is because normally women are very, very passive beings. Even when she's trying to shit test you, whatever, she'll say stuff to you like, yeah, but my ex didn't used to do that, and I met this. She'll always try to get you that, but she'll never come directly at you. If you see a woman that's trying to throw fist, or she's like, is trying to get into you with that, like, blah, 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 she's barking like a dog, this is why you need to be alpha. As soon as you understand being an alpha, you actually learn of how to deal with women better, because your frame automatically will just change, and you will not be moved off center by women, especially when they throw you this emotional stuff, or even when they're being, when they're turned off by your behavior and stuff like that. They still know that it's not about being aggressive all out. This is a passive approach, and yeah, this is why I said guys have to approach women. If you see a woman that you like, or a woman that portrays qualities that you like, or you like a woman, yeah, pull up, go talk to her, and this is why I said in my previous video, you gotta work on your confidence, man. That's fundamentally the thing. You have to work on your confidence. Number four, women are extremely emotional. Well, extreme is not the thing. I mean, depending from personality to personality. Women are emotional beings. Let me give you a scenario, right? A woman will have $100, right, and go spend that whole $100 on a dress she just saw like now, and for her that's like a fine thing. This emotional spending is aimed at women. If you can't be a guy, you have $100 and you're going to buy something worth of $100, your last $100 you're going to buy a shoe, a shirt. You can't be emotional like that. That's a women trait right there. You get what I'm saying? You have to learn how to actually like nurture your own state of thinking. Don't let that things like this put you off center. And women are very emotional, man. She'll love you today and next week she'll be like, nah, I just feel that this is not working out. Be like, but you were sucking me off last night. You told me you love me. And she'll be like, yeah, nah. And what's funny is for me, I have an aunt, right? And she was dating this guy. They have 4 kids. And, this year she broke up with the dude and she just moved on. Like, she's so happy with another guy. And I was so confused because she was really about it. And this is a disgusting ass dude, man. It's one of those older dudes that just feel like every weekend he's going to drink. He's not playing his role as a man. And no matter how much money you have, man, these are just some of the things you can't avoid. It's just the basis of all things. It's no matter, even if you have $1 million, right? Even if you are 6'5", right? Even if you have Adrius Albus looks, right? Women, there's always gonna be somebody who's better than you. Because the best is not measured by the collective sense. It's done by individual decision. When a woman decides that guy I find attractive, that guy I find attractive. Yeah, it is like that because women nature is fundamentally like that. She's gonna be hypergamous. She can use a beta man for 20 years, get all the resources. By the time she leaves, if you are worth 5 million, she's gonna take half of that. She's probably not even stay that long, but at some point she's gonna have half of your shit and she's gonna be fine. And then she's gonna date a guy like me or somebody who's even my age. Like my aunt right now, she's dating somebody basically my age, and this woman is probably in her late 30s or early 40s, but she's dating a dude my age. So I was like, shit. That really, really, I knew when I saw that, I was like, women nature. It's such a beautiful thing when you see it being done right. I think women shouldn't date beta dudes, man. Beta dudes make the game really hard. Like when a woman wants to end up with an alpha-based mindset dude, it means that you have to put in all the work to actually flip it. This is why I realized that even now, I'd rather focus on girls if I want to date a girl, if I want to have a girl in my rotation, I'd focus on women that's younger than me. Yeah. Unless this is like a spiritual goddess and, she just has so much to teach me, then I would be so ready. I'd be so ready. Yeah. So number 5, guys, is women have a natural innate nature of being a follower. Now, when you see all of these suit skirt women that are trying to lead Fortune 500 companies, just look at how they look. They probably have this short ass man cut, the way they stand, even the way they talk. It's on some masculine shit where she's just trying to be a dude so bad. Even if she's having a guy, doesn't mean because a woman is dating a man. Masculine women always like feminine men. That's a perfect balance for them, and you can't do anything about that. And you see them, the way they stand, the way they walk, man, they look like a fucking pit bull, don't they? And that's, each to their own. But, these are the certain qualities that you have to look at. And just before you even go and approach a woman, just look at it from that. It doesn't mean that if she's a masculine woman, she's not going to be attracted to you as an alpha. You will just have so much work to do. You will just have so much work to do. So focus on women that have feminine qualities, man. guys, if you're having these experiences of like women that are putting you out there in terms of the qualities that are not forthcoming, I've said it before in my other videos, you have to have an abundance mindset. You have to have an abundance rights mindset. It's better to be alone for the next 5 years than being in a relationship for 5 minutes with a masculine woman or woman that is not portraying feminine qualities. You get me? So, yes, that's what I have. That's the video for today. Comment, like, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. For everybody that's been following and been sharing my content, big ups to you. Follow me on Instagram. You can just put in the search button of Shakati West or I'm Planet Earth. All the links will be on in the video, and some content link will also be in the description. So have a good one, guys.